This is Keith Boggs with Stonebriar Property Inspections, and this is the debrief for 13555 Decidedly Drive. I've got about 106 items here. Some of these are videos. There's most of these are pictures. Some of these pictures are really just for my own use for the debrief right now. They will not be in the report. However, they will be in this recording. The report, you'll get two things from me. You'll get the home inspection report, which will just be the items they want the builder to take action on. And then you'll get this video, which will include everything. The first picture you see here, opening up, is just a picture of the front of the house. Nothing necessarily wrong. This is just for the title page of the report. First thing I did is I walk on the roof, and I did find one starter shingle that is not bonding together. You can see the adhesive is present, but it's not sticking together. So it's a fairly new roof. It possibly will bond once it gets above 80 degrees. But this will be in the report just for the builder to put some additional adhesive in there to make sure that it does stick. That was really the only loose shingle that I found, and really the only defect with the roof, which is pretty uncommon because usually even with new houses, usually there's several defects. This is really the only thing. This is the location. You can actually see it right here. This is the location of that one shingle. This next thing is just a video of the roof. People are always asking about the roof, so I just decided I wanted to start taking videos of the roof. So this is a little short video, about 2 minutes long, just me walking the roof, kind of letting you see what I see. You may hear me huffing and puffing and making noise. It's just because I'm walking on the roof, and it's a high-pitched roof, so it's a little difficult. I'm going to go ahead and play this video here, so we've got it for the recording. Overall condition of the roof is pretty good. Even though it's new, it is in pretty good condition. You should have every probably 2 or 3 years, have somebody get up here and walk on this roof just to look for anything that may have occurred with the roof over the years. That we can avoid possible issues down the road, like water intrusion. So just every few years, have somebody come up and walk the roof. Make sure it's still in good condition. There's no hail damage, no wind damage or anything like that. This next picture is actually the picture of the meter. This is upside down. I'm not sure if I can flip this or not. No. Anyway, this is the low flow indicator. Also, one of the very first things I do is I look at this meter to look to see if there's any kind of supply leaks going on, any pressure leaks. The meter here, this low flow indicator will count. So if everything in the house is off, it should be sitting completely still. So this number 4.56 or 65 should not change, and it did not. So that shows there was no supply leaks at the time of inspection. This is a little short video, about 30 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and play that again just so we have it for the video. I apologize for it being upside down. And just be staring at this number right here, 14.65, and you'll see it's static. It's just sitting there. This is just cycling through the functions of the digital meter. You can see the number has not changed. So I stare at this for 2 or 3 minutes, and in the last 30 seconds I'll just take a video just to show that there was no movement of the meter. This is a window on the east side of the house, and they forgot to caulk around the perimeter of this window. There's no caulking here, so they need to protect against water intrusion. They need to caulk around the window. This is a second floor window right up here. It just needs caulking around it, although the windows look fine. These are your two condensers and manufacturer's labels, which again are just for me. I use these to confirm the breakers in the panel box. I do have a short video here of both of the condensers, just so you can see the kind of the condition of them today and how they sound, how they're running. So it sounds good. They are new. There is a little bit of damage to the condenser pins, which you can see. Nothing major. You can see the lines freezing over down here. That's the suction line. But that was my first indicator that there was something wrong with the air conditioning. So I do have some readings, differential readings here later on. But that line should not be freezing over. That could indicate an issue with the Freon, either too much Freon, not enough Freon. Sometimes dirty filters can cause that, but the filters weren't dirty enough to cause that. So something's going on with the number 2 system here. That's just a picture of that frozen over line for the report. And this is another video of the next condenser. This is your number 1 unit. Again, just little bit of damage there too, nothing major. This next picture, this won't be in the report because the builder won't do it, but I wanted to talk to you about it. These downspouts here are terminating right at the structure here, and these should be extended away from the house, 6 to 8 feet away. Again, it's not required to even have guttering, but if you do have it, you want these to terminate farther away from the house so you have even moisture, so the foundation, when it moves uniformly. This can cause differential movement. Same thing here, just extending of the downspouts. This is a vent on the, this is also on the east side of the house, and it's missing a fastener there and a fastener there. I think a fastener there. I think one of them may be here. It's caulked in place, but eventually that caulk will come loose, and that will come loose from the veneer. So they need to install those fasteners. And that's it, located right there. This is, I just took this picture. This is a fascia board, a trim board at the back patio. It's a fairly good sized gap. I don't know if you can tell, but you can actually see some of the structural framing in there. This needs to really put some caulk in there. We don't want any bugs getting up in there. And that's where it's located right there. Again, these are downspouts to be extended. Downspouts here and here to be extended. This is the water pressure to the house. The range for the water pressure is 40 to 80, and you're right about 70, so that's good pressure. This is also another vent that is missing fasteners. Vent cover. This is that's right by the water heater on the west side. This is your room water heater, and there was nothing wrong with the water heater. Again, this stuff won't be in the report. That's just for talking purposes. Another downspout to be extended. Here on the this is at the front northwest side or northeast side, kind of near the garage. You can see this brick is slid out of place there. So these what are called soldier bricks are kind of loose. So that needs to be pushed back in place. You can also see a gap in that trim board there. And here's a little bit of cracking right here. And again, both these things are right over here. So it's, repoint that crack, and then they need to fix those soldier bricks. This is guttering, and I don't know if you can tell here, but it looks like it's been damaged. It's not completely even there. It's at the front garage there, so they need to replace that guttering above the garage. This is a video of the testing of the garage doors, and so we do a pressure reverse test where I put something in front of the door, and when it hits it, it should reverse it. That's a pressure reverse safety feature. And then I have another, you'll see me sticking my foot in front of the electronic eye to show that the electronic eye does work. So I think I've got 1 or 2 of these videos. I think there's 2 doors here. So this is a little short video, again, about 30-40 seconds. You should hit that brick there and reverse fairly quickly. it stops, or obviously if it crushes the brick, then we got a problem. But it did, it hit it, and then on a pretty cool reverse, it did good. And you'll see me here in a second sticking my foot in front of that electronic eye, and the door should reverse, which it did. So on that door, both of those tests work fine. And then I've got another video here, the other single bay garage. Same two tests. Should hit and reverse. There you go. One thing the builder will not do, and you should get some white lithium grease and lubricate these wheels and these tracks and this chain, any of these, any connections to the moving parts on the garage door to help the garage door be quieter and also make it last longer. And just every few years do white lithium grease, the clear kind. That's that first test. That's the second test, and that's worked fine. This is a thermal look at your panel box. This is just basically a cursory look, like a benchmark look. Just want to see what's going on with the panel box when I first get at the house, and then I go into the house, and when I finish the first floor, I come back out here and take a look at the panel box, see if there's any changes going on, see if any temperatures are showing high, see if these breakers here right now, this is normal. But looking at the wires and stuff, and it looked fine the first look, and the other looks looked fine too. This is your sprinkler system. I did test all 10 zones, and they worked fine. Excuse me. And that's just confirming there are 10 zones. This is your microwave, and these are just to show you that what is and is not working. These, just for this video purposes, this recording, these will not be in the report. It'll just say that they were inspected. So the microwave, manufacturer's label, and this just show the microwave did work. It was heating fine. This is your oven, set to 350, and it heated to 350. So the oven was heating fine. The manufacturer's label. This is your cooktop. Spin this around. The cooktop did work fine. Nice blue, pronounced, good blue flames. That's what you want. Good combustion. This is your dishwasher. This is showing your dishwasher was heating fine, operated fine. That's just manufacturer's label. Again, that's just for me. This is your fireplace, and the fireplace did not come on, so it's probably just the pilot light was not lit. So the builder just needs to confirm that this fireplace does work, and the pilot will work. The fireplace will come on. This is in the utility room. This is your dryer vent, and this should have a little red sticker here stating the diameter of the vent, 3 inches. And the length determination, whatever that happens to be, 14 feet or 20 feet or whatever the distance is. This is a outlet at the downstairs bathroom. The breaker, actually shows it not to have any power, but the GFCI was tripped at some point, so I did reset it and tested it, and it was fine. But that's the bathroom it was at. This is a second look at your panel box, and it looks fine. This is a window, a second floor window, and it's not locking in place. There's 2 windows at the second floor that aren't locking in place properly. That's the window right there, and it's the second floor west bedroom window. This is the insulation depth. Minimum is 12 inches, so you've got way more than you need there. That's great. Extra insulation can't hurt. This is your number 2 unit. This is the unit the outside unit was freezing over. I've got some differential readings here, and it was not cooling. We'll get to that in a minute. This is just, if you can tell, this is water in the drain pan, so the drain pan was full of water. So that just shows that it wasn't operating properly. Also does not have a float switch on the drain pan, which would have sensed that water and turned it off, and the condensate lines are not insulated. Here's the filter. It's a little dirty, but overall not too bad. This is the differential. So we're looking for a 15 to 20 degree spread, and we got a 65 and a 73, so it's 8 degrees. So with a new unit, the minimum would be, regardless of age, would be 15 to 20 degrees. With a new unit, on a day like today, it was only 75 degrees. It should really be cooling to the higher end of the range, 18, 19, 20. But this was not, obviously it was freezing over on the outside, and the inside was not cooling. So that needs to be investigated. This is your number 1 unit. Same thing, no float switch on the drain pan, no insulation on the condensate lines. Filters a little dirty, but not too bad. And here we get a differential of 53 and then an 83. So this unit actually has a high differential. That's 30 degrees. So that's about 15 degrees. I think it's 53 to 80, yeah, to 83. So that's not operating very well either. That could indicate a problem with the coil. Likely just an adjustment or calibration, but so both these attic units, basically the whole HVAC system, needs to be evaluated. I believe we're going to get to the heating here in a little bit. I don't think the heating was working right either. This is some electrical wires that are sitting out there in an area that somebody could, this is a walkable area by the furnaces, somebody could accidentally trip on those or accidentally hit them and not realize it and pull them loose, creating a short and a possible fire. So these wires should be protected. So they need to take these wires and put them on the bottom side of this 2x4 here, whatever that framing member is, and then staple them in place like this, but obviously without going through the wire. This is a spout at a second floor bathroom, and it's loose on the wall, so that needs to be tightened up. That's the bathroom it's at. That's the second floor east bathroom. This is another window. It looks like also on the east side, not locking in place. That's the south bedroom window. This is the third look at the panel box, and it looks fine. No problems with the panel box. This is the door going from the house to the garage, and that handle is a little hard to operate when it kind of catches when you try to open. It's not opening and closing smooth. That just needs to be adjusted at that door right there. This is missing insulation at the main living room. You see a fairly big piece of insulation that's missing, or it's maybe possibly there and it's just not pushed in place, so it's allowing hot air to get behind that. So that's just something that's going to be in the report. If there's some other insulation that is nothing to really worry about, you'll see a little hot spot there, but that's not anything significant. But this is in the main living room, basically right along here. This is an area showing some insufficient insulation, but this is very minor, nothing to worry about. That's at the, I think that's also at that's the master bedroom. This is another area. You can see a little hot spot there, so insulation is not present or out of place. And that's at a second floor bedroom. Now this is a fairly large section of missing insulation. That's also at a second floor bedroom. I believe those are both at the south bedroom. This is that's shown. Actually, that's the east bedroom, south wall, right up here. So north wall, south bedroom, north wall. This is I believe what this is. It looks like moisture. This is a cold signature. This is probably being created from that suction line that's frozen over. I'm assuming it's running through the wall and it's icing over. And even though it's insulated, it's showing it some cold signature. So that's something that should go away. Will probably go away once they fix the air conditioning. That's in the upstairs media room, right along here. Again, I don't think it's about the right distance or distance from the front of the house on the side of the wall on the outside. This is about where the condenser is below on the first floor. So I'm assuming that's what it is. This is your front patio and the back patio. Both are missing weather-tight covers on the exterior outlets. Right there. This is a breaker that was tripped when I got to the house. And also it was tripped again later, so at some point it keeps on tripping. So something's going on with that breaker. That needs to be at the washer plug. That needs to be investigated, just to make sure there's nothing wrong with that breaker there. This is the heating on the first floor. 107 is not too bad. Not operating great, but not too bad. I believe the second floor was the one that was not doing very good. This is still first floor. Still first floor. And here's the second floor. 95. So really we should be getting these numbers like this: 127, 115, 95, 92. So the heating at the second floor is not operating properly. That needs to be investigated also. 97. And that's the last thing. So I'll have this report to you shortly. And again, you'll have this recording via YouTube, which will include everything. And then the report will have just the items we want the builder to take action on, the main thing. So if you have any questions, give me a call. Thanks, and I hope you enjoy your new house.